Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain!
I can't hear you!
Aye, aye, Captain!
Oh!
Sorry to cut you off there, but what makes a good opening? Everyone has their favorite openings or intros that they can recognize, like these.
I wanna be the very best, like no one ever was. Odd parents, fairly odd parents.
Wands and wings, floaty crowny thing.
But why do opening sequences exist? And why are they important or even popular? Opening sequences in TV started as just simple instrumentals introducing the characters and actors, like in The Honeymooners.
The Honeymooners. With the stars, Art Carney.
As time went on, the intros started to apply to the show more, giving viewers an idea of what they were about to watch. Openings are important, as Garrick Stanzik points out. The title sequence achieves this as a film within a film, in that it introduces, in that it semi-autonomously establishes itself as a distinct from the main film. Openings are a world within themselves, a gateway into the world of the show that we are about to watch. Different kinds of shows warrant different kinds of openings. A crime drama would have a different opening than a sitcom. A fantasy cartoon would have a different opening than a dark and gritty one. When looking at these openings, it's important to look into what makes a good one. For the purposes of this video, we will look at 3 different factors, those being hype, how much an intro makes you excited and want to watch the show; revelinks, how much the opening relates to the content of the show, i.e. the ominous neon words for a show like Stranger Things, or the geographical design view for a show like Game of Thrones; and music and graphics. Similar to revelinks, how well the graphics and music of the opening relate to the show and its tone. My name is Austin, and in this video we will look at 4 examples of what I believe are good openings from different types of shows: cartoons, anime, Japanese live action, in this case Tokusatsu, and American live action. The job of an opening is to be recognizable and draw you in, but are there any that can do that with just the first few notes? Teen Titans is an American cartoon based on the comic book characters of the same name. The show is about 5 teenage superheroes fighting crime and just living life like most teenagers do. The intro would be a fun and frolic type, according to Jamie Weinman, meaning that the intro features all new footage not shown in the show. The opening, created by Andy Stumer and performed by Japanese pop rock duo Puffy Amiyumi, showcases all of the Teen Titans with their unique abilities amongst their color schemes: green and wild for Beast Boy, blue and electrical for Cyborg, orange and vibrant for Starfire, purple and dark for Raven, and red and menacing for Robin. The hype factor of the song is definitely in full effect. The rock tune with lyrics about the Titans coming together and saving the day really just makes you pumped to watch an action-packed show. Just the first few notes of the song alone is enough to get you hype. The opening is very relevant to the show, and the music and graphics represent that, showing us the kinds of characters that we will be watching and assuring that they are a capable team of heroes. Funnily enough, the show actually has 2 versions of its opening, one in English and one in Japanese. The English one is used for episodes that take a more serious tone, while the Japanese one is used for the more goofy episodes, with the lyrics matching that tone. You can actually hear the translated lyrics in the movie Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo.
I will obey the traffic rules. Teen Titans! I will eat everything without likes or dislikes. Teen Titans!
Overall, Teen Titans is an example of a good animated opening from America, but what about one from outside America? Spy Family is a Japanese anime and manga about a group of people, each with their own secrets, coming together and forming a fake family for their goals. Lloyd Forger, a psychiatrist whose real job is a spy, his wife, Yor Forger, a worker at City Hall whose secret real job is an assassin, and their daughter, Anya Forger, who can secretly read minds and knows of her parents' secret identities due to her powers. A fun and frolic type, the opening is very relevant to the show, as the first half is drawn in an art style reminiscent of children's drawings, which just perfectly represents Anya and how she views her family despite having those secrets and being a fake family. Then, when the song goes into the chorus, Lloyd flicks the switch both metaphorically and literally, switching to the proper animation of the show and showcasing Lloyd and Yor's real jobs. The shift from the wholesome family life to the action of being a spying assassin really brings the hype up. It makes you excited to watch this family deal with their dangerous lives while trying to maintain their fake family. The song, Mixed Nuts, made and performed by the Japanese pop rock band Official Hige Dandism, is a great representation with its lyrics using the analogy of a peanut, not only representing Anya's love for peanuts, but also representing the secrets that people hold, and everyone together is really just a bunch of mixed nuts. Mixed Nuts is a perfect example of how an opening can represent the show and even provide insight into the characters more than what the show says. Now, we've looked through and seen examples of good animated openings, but what about something a little more real? Samurai Sentai Shinkenger is the 33rd season of the popular Japanese Tokusatsu series Super Sentai. For the majority of you that probably don't know what I'm talking about, Tokusatsu is a genre of film in Japan that features a lot of practical effects. Think Godzilla movies with the guys in the rubber suits. The Super Sentai series is actually the one that Power Rangers takes its fight footage from, Shinkenger in particular becoming Power Ranger Samurai. Shinkenger is about the head of the Shiba clan and his retainers fighting against the forces of the Gedoshu, evil spirits from the underworld that want to flood the world with their special water of the Sangsu River. For the shows of this genre, openings tend to be a little different. Oftentimes very upbeat and typically rock tunes, as the songs are often used for triumphant moments like defeating the monster of the episode. Shinkenger's theme is a rock track written by Shoko Fujibayashi and performed by Japanese rock band Psychic Lover. Being a rock song, the energetic instrumental and performance of the vocalist perfectly builds up the hype for the show about people in spandex fighting monsters. The music and visuals reflect on the show very well, with the visuals showcasing the focus on swordplay the show has, as well as the calligraphy that serves as the character's power source. The music features traditional Japanese instruments like the shamisen, along with the normal rock instruments, which reflect on the traditional Japanese theming that the show employs. The lyrics themselves talk about the evil spirits rising up and the Shinkagers going into battle to stop them, perfectly encapsulating what the show is about. The first couple lyrics at the beginning of the song are actually the onomatopoeia for swords clashing against each other, which further cements the opening being a perfect match to the show. Shinkenger is just another example of a really good opening, but now that we've seen examples of American animation, Japanese animation, and Japanese live action, what about American live action?
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, the evening TV.
Full House is an American sitcom about a man and his two best friends trying to raise his three daughters after the loss of their mother. Being a sitcom, the opening is more lighthearted than the action-esque shows of Teen Titans and Spy Family. The opening, Everywhere You Look, written by Jesse Frederick, Bennett Salovey, and Jeff Franklin, and performed by Frederick, features lyrics highlighting the closeness that people can have. The opening sequence is another fun and frolic type, with the characters all doing random things before smiling at the camera as their actor credits appear on screen. The lighthearted tone of the characters just living life and having fun plays into the lighthearted nature that the sitcom often has. While the opening isn't hype per se, it has a lot of feel-good energy that lets you know that you're about to watch some lighthearted fun. There's a cookie for anyone that can count how many times I just say lighthearted. Overall, Full House is a great example of a sitcom opening and can often be considered a template for one. Now, all of these openings are great in their own right, but why does it matter? Nowadays, openings are in a middle ground of people because of the advent of the skip intro button. With more and more shows being put onto streaming platforms and binging becoming a popular way to watch shows, the ability to skip intros have affected the viewer of intros themselves. Chloe Gillespie and Max Doser talk about how, due to the skip intro button and platforms like Netflix automatically skipping intros when binging, openings are becoming unappreciated. Gillespie says that the intro is part of the ritual of watching a show, getting transported into the show and singing along, which I agree with. The intro is just as integral to the show as the rest of it is. The feeling of getting ready to watch a show you enjoy by watching the opening sequence prepares you for what you are going to sit down and watch. I personally have picked up shows solely because I liked the intro and thought the show would be interesting because the intro was interesting. Dozer says, however, that the skip intro button allows for interest to exist within a space that gives viewers the choice of watching or skipping. I interpret this as a way to tell what is a good opening or not, as the good openings will tend to not be skipped, while the ones that get skipped either aren't memorable or aren't worth watching. Now, that isn't to say that a simple opening can't be reflective for a show, but there is a difference when an opening feels like just an opening and when it feels like a part of the show. If you take away anything from this video, I just hope that the next time you watch a show, you won't just hit that little skip intro button, and actually allow the opening to do its job and transport you into the world that you are viewing. Hey guys, Semblings here, or Austin. I just wanted to take the time to say thank you for checking out this video. If you liked what you see, hit that subscribe button down below, and give a like too if you're at it. It really helps out a lot. I do plan to make more of these, specifically a longer version, analyzing a lot more openings, but I'm not quite sure on the time frame of that, so I can't make any promises. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the video, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic day.